Morning everyone, welcome to Monday the 8th of June, the second week of home learning after half term. Nice to see you all. Before I forget, I'll start with birthdays. Now, unfortunately, I've lost the pre-prep birthday list. So I'm sure there are some birthdays this week in pre-prep, so many apologies if I don't mention your name. But I do know that Bobby Rand had a birthday on the 6th of June, and it was his 5th birthday. Now, Bobby's in at reception. I hope you had a lovely birthday. And sorry I didn't mention you last week. So the birthdays for this week. Today it's Eva Davis in year 7. It's her birthday. She'll be 12 years old. Many happy returns to you, Eva. Tomorrow it's Zander from year 6. Zander will be 11. So I hope you have a great day tomorrow, Zander. On Wednesday it's James Herbert from year 8. He'll be sweet 13, so many happy returns for that. On Friday, it will be Roscoe Morris, also in year 8, and he'll also be 13 too, so many happy returns for that. And on Saturday, it will be Delilah Reese's birthday. Delilah's in year 7, and Delilah will be 12. So I hope you have a great birthday then as well, Delilah. Many happy returns to all of you, and apologies to the pre-prep pupils. I'm sorry, I've lost the list. I'll find it as soon as I can. Hopefully Mrs. Smith and Mrs. Harrison will announce your birthdays. Well done to all of you for a great week of learning last week, both those at home and those at school. Particularly well done to the Year 8s. Year 8s had their common entrance exams, so well done to all of you for working so hard for those. And I think they're currently in the process of being marked. So I'll get the marks back to you as soon as we've collated and checked everyone's papers. So well done for all your hard work. Lots of exciting things happened last week. We had the idea scheme, and we also had the launch in year 7 and year 8 of the CREST projects being run by Mrs. Homewood and Mr. Ray, who worked very hard to set those up. And these are lots of exciting projects for year 7 and year 8 to get involved with. So we can't wait to see the results of those. So it sounds really, really exciting. But thank you to Mr. Lack and the team for all the hard work they put in over half term and every weekend and every evening to bring about such a wonderful home learning package. And thank you to Mr. Collard and Mrs. Gill in the senior school, and Mrs. Snook, Mrs. Webb, Mrs. Garrett, Mrs. Whale, Mrs. Aldred, Mrs. Rocher, Mrs. Beresford Davis, and Mrs. Personich down in pre-prep for all the hard work they're doing, and Mrs. Mondino, and Mrs. Swanee, who are doing all the hard work for the key workers as well. And of course, there's Mike in the kitchen, Lisa behind the desk, and I know there's other people I've forgotten, so apologies to those. Hope you'll forgive me, but thank you for all the hard work you're doing. Now, you may know that today is World Ocean Day, and that's particularly relevant to us because we're so close to the sea. Now, that's why I'm wearing a partly blue shirt, because for World Ocean Day, apparently you should be wearing blue. Now, we're incredibly fortunate because we live so close to the sea. Many, of course, don't, but we can still all celebrate our connection with the sea. And today I wanted very briefly to talk about one particular sea creature called a clownfish. And this has nothing to do with the jokes from last week. And it's a particular clownfish called marlin. And if you remember, marlin was the father of Nemo. And in the film Finding Nemo, Marlin sets about trying to find his son wherever he'd gone to. And a couple of times he got very depressed and despondent and had almost given up. And then his friend, Dory, just told him to keep swimming. And I think the phrase was, and I picked it out here, when life gets you down, do you know what you've got to do? Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And that's what Marlin does. And of course, ultimately he's successful. He finds Nemo. And then Nemo uses the just keep swimming to rescue a lot of fish who've been caught in a fisherman's net. And the reason I'm saying this is because sometimes with the home learning, with school not being back, with things being so different, people can get upset. But the message I give to you is just keep trying, keep on swimming to get through this period. And we'll soon be back to better times. So just keep swimming. World Ocean Day, there's the connection. Thank you for your brilliant jokes last week. I really enjoyed reading them and hearing them. I think they were all my favourites, to be honest. They were really, really good. So thank you for making the effort to do those. I brought along the sunflower, and there's definitely been a growth spurt over the last week. So there we go. Look at that. And I think you look at the camera, it's taller than me already if I hide the pot. I think, to be honest, although it's good for us, I think there's lots of better sunflowers out there. So I hope yours are all growing well. Now, the challenge for this week, in these days of email, we forget that 20, 30 years ago, we used to write letters by hand. So my challenge for you this week is to write a letter, or to write a card, or to draw a picture if you prefer, for someone in your family, a relative of yours, perhaps a cousin, uncle, aunt, great uncle, great aunt, whatever. So I want you to write a letter, or send a drawing, or send a card through the post, through the snail mail, just to show them that you care about them and are thinking about them. So that's the challenge. You don't have to send me any photographs that you're doing it, but your challenge is to do a proper handwritten or hand-drawn letter or card to someone in your family. Okay, so that's the challenge for this week. I hope you have a great week and look forward to talking to you soon. So take care.